Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Marcus. You ever feel like your photos suck?
Oh, hell no!
Stick around. I have the tips that'll help your ass out.
Like we always do about this time.
So I know a lot of times with photography, the thing is you get uninspired and you get bored. It happens to me all the time. So what I do is I try to go online and find cool ideas that I can try inside my house, where a lot of these were taken, in areas that I have around my house, local areas, things that aren't too far away, and with props that are affordable. So I want to share some of those with you guys today, just the quick edited versions. The full videos of these will be coming up, so please subscribe. So I'm going to break this down into categories of props, locations, wardrobe, and all types of lighting that you may have not thought of before. And as always, all these images are edited with my Lightroom presets and Photoshop actions. You can pick those up at prophotoedits.com. So let's start off with the lights category. Now I like to get crazy with my lighting, just using random stuff I find on Amazon, trying stuff, and don't be afraid to fail, because you're gonna fail when you're trying crazy shit. But that's just how it goes. So let's get into some of these shots and how I got them. So I'm gonna run through these quickly because the full videos will be coming up, so please sub for that. So this is called a sun catcher, and it's on Amazon for like 15 bucks. Now if you have a direct light source like a harsh light or even a flashlight, you can use this. You can experiment with this in all type of ways, but if you have harsh window light, it's really cool. Just line it up with your model's face and boom, there you go. So this next lighting idea is definitely one of the most fun lighting ideas that I've tried, and I'll break it down for you real quick. So these are just called rope chandeliers. You can get them on Amazon for like 6 or 7 bucks a piece, and the light bulbs screw right into them. And the light bulbs are just heart-shaped light bulbs. You can look them up on Amazon. They have them in hearts, stars, big round bulbs, all types of stuff. And the cool thing about them is they're filled with little LEDs so they don't get hot. You can hold them against your face and all types of other cool little ideas. So I basically just lit this entire shoot with these 2 or 3 light bulbs and had it roped up there on the table. It's just a table from my house, a bunch of books from the bookshelves. I climbed up on that little ladder there and started shooting down, found some cool angles, and edited them the way I wanted to look, and it turned out really cool. So this shot kind of falls under the category of props and lights, so I'm gonna just run it for you real quick. I bought a piece of plexiglass that I use sometimes from Lowe's for like 20 bucks. Some water, just spray it right on there and you can shoot through. It's like a fake window in your house. But always light from the back side of it so you don't get any reflections, because if the light is on the front side, it's gonna reflect off the glass. So you can buy this Bokeh Masters kit too on Amazon. It's pretty cheap. You stick it right over your lens, and it works better on a longer lens. But I also tried it on this 24 and got a really cool effect on this shot. So my last 2 kind of wild ideas for light and night shooting are this. Get a lighter and just light the model's face with a simple lighter in front. Have her put on some glasses to catch the reflection and put some type of light source behind it. It'll turn out really cool. So the last one's kind of crazy, but it's really fun. Just find a really dark place like an alley, have the model have like a book or something like that with the LED inside of it to illuminate her face, have her wear some glasses so it'll catch the catch light from the LED in the book, have someone go around her with a really long sparkler, set it to like 10-second long exposure, and there you go. So all of us have Christmas lights, most of us have a strobe, all of us have a living room. So this is really easy to do. So this shot is simple. Just wrap the model in some Christmas lights, have her do some type of sexy pose, and just barely illuminate her from the top with a strobe. I have a 48-inch shooting down. Shoot really low to the ground so you can illuminate the floor too and get her reflection in the floor. So direct overhead light is pretty much frowned upon. Nobody really does it too much, but it's really cool. It's unique. You can make it look like you're in a really big area. If you use the grid, it'll put a perfect spotlight around the bottom of the area. So on the floor there, you can see that it just illuminated her, made it look like it was in a super big area. It's pretty dramatic, and you should try it sometime. It's really cool. All right, let's get crazy and clog the bathtub up with some cereal.
And also, a quarter 15 minutes.
Now this is a cheap shoot. This is like dollar store cereal, dollar store milk, probably a $5 shoot. Pour it all in the bathtub, light it from above with a ring light. I have a full video on this coming up soon, and just have some fun. please subscribe, because next week I have a full video coming up on this tennis shoot behind the scenes. Alright, so sticking with the cheap props, let's get into the roses. You can buy a bunch of these on Amazon for like $6 or $7. You gotta peel them apart, it takes like an hour. They look pretty realistic, depending on how you light it and how you frame them. And then you can buy the ones with the bendable stems, so you can stick them, you know, anywhere you want. And we had the cool idea, since she had the cool afro on, to put them in her afro and make an afro of roses.
Oh man!
It turned out really cool. I got them all lined up the right way, stood up on my stool, shot down, and this is how it turned out. So you can never go wrong with paint. It's cheap. You can get it at Lowe's for like $2 for the sample things. You can get a couple paint brushes for a couple bucks. Wear some cheap clothes you don't care about messing up, and it's a lot of fun to do. Don't do it in Photoshop. Do it for real. That way you have more fun. It'll just be something else you can do. So I lit this whole thing with just one ring light from overhead, so the lighting was always even. It wasn't anything over the top. You don't want to miss any shots with strobes waiting for them to recharge. And we had a fun time doing this shoot, and this is how it turned out. So mirrors are really fun to use. You can get them off of Amazon for like $10 or $12. I think this one we got was a little bit too big, because trying to get the pose I wanted, we almost impaled her trying to hold it that close. But anyway, the only issue that you really have is trying to light it without getting a reflection in the mirror. But just experiment, have some fun. So people always ask me about this shoot, the Native American headdress shoot, and this was a heritage shoot that I did with Sun Gotti, and she's part Cherokee, so everything was good on that end. But these aren't the least expensive shoots you can do. This headdress was probably about $100, and then the extra jewelry is about $30 or $40. But I wanted to make sure that I got it like sort of period correct, and did a good job on this. But I'll have this video coming up shortly. This is how it turned out. So sticking with wardrobe, treat yourself every once in a while. Rent a parachute dress from my friend Alice Andrews Designs. Look her up on Instagram or on Facebook. She has like 30 different colors of these epic parachute dresses. They're pretty affordable to rent, and we just did this in the Baltimore Clock Tower, and we got a magazine cover out of this. I'll share that with you in a couple weeks here. So everybody has a laundromat and a convenience store in their area. So you can just go there, and a lot of times they're super cool. We just don't bother anybody, and they'll let you shoot. So whenever you do it, just make sure you have something different, unique, like a color scheme. Annabelle said she had pink hair this week, so we did a pink shirt, pink chucks, and I got a pink drink. And we went right next door to the convenience store and shot up against their drink area, and it turned out really well. So I don't want to make this video super long, but I appreciate you guys for watching. Please sub to the channel. I have videos coming up every week behind the scenes. We'll do some editing together, and I appreciate it. It's Nabavelli. I love you guys. Marcus. Later.
Snap a belly.